All right, students of my Creative Arts Studio class, our first project is going to be to make a mobile. I'm going to do maybe 3 or 4 different videos for you to kind of get you started down that path of that project. But at the first, I want to talk about the project a little bit and about materials. So the materials are going to be things that you can find around the house or maybe purchase at the supermarket. These are not going to be extravagant or expensive art materials, and I'm only going to use the same things that you have access to. So I started gathering materials. I went through our recycling basket we have in the house here and picked up a few materials like a box, another little tuna box. I like the colors on it, the design, a bigger box, egg carton, you know. So I'm going to start that process. You got to do the same because I start to find materials. I found some coat hangers. I was out walking my dogs, and there was someone that thrown some coat hangers on top of their recycling bin, and I grabbed them. So I'm going to use them. You got to think of 2 different aspects of this mobile. One is the structure of it itself. In other words, the things that your things are going to be, your objects are going to be hanging from. What is that going to be made out of? Okay, it could be made out of straws, those little skewer sticks you get at the supermarket, tree branches, coat hangers, any number of half a dozen other materials that you may run across, okay? And that's going to be up to you. I don't know what you may find, but I've started gathering stuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it. The second thing is making the little objects that are going to be hanging from your mobile. And again, I don't really know what I'm going to do for that. I have some vague ideas, but I'm going to start using things I have on hand. I may start cutting shapes out of them. I started cutting a shape out of one of these boxes. Maybe I'll cut out 20 of these little shapes. I used a can and put it on top of a cardboard box, and then I traced around it and then cut a little circle out of there. So maybe I'll do 10 of these and see if I can put them together. What's important that you take the materials you're going to find and transform them. When you look at my mobile, what I don't want you to see is coat hangers with some cardboard shapes hanging from them. I want to transform them into objects that if you look close, you might say, oh yeah, that was probably a coat hanger, but that's not going to be the first thing you see. So I want you to transform those materials. Maybe it's about wrapping those materials in something. Maybe if you're using straws, you might be taking an iron and ironing them together into a bigger shape that you'll then cut out other shapes. I don't know. There's lots of different ways you can go about this. I'm going to suggest a few of them, but again, you're creating a mobile, and think of that mobile like a little universe, okay? Or a little solar system might even be better. These objects are kind of fashioned around this structure that's going to be able to move. It's going to have some motion. It's going to have some movement to it, which would be really cool. We'll be posting some examples of that. I'll be working on the project too and show you how, as mine progresses, I'll be showing you what I'm doing. So hopefully that'll give you some ideas. All right, so that's the basic parameters. You're making a little mobile that's like a little solar system out of materials that you find, and those materials are going to be transformed into the elements of your mobile. And you're not going to necessarily, again, see that you're looking at coat hangers or straws or sticks, but something else. I mean, if you look closely, you're going to see those things, just to reiterate what I said a few moments ago, okay? So that's the beginning. Start to collect your materials. The other things I've got is I've got a little Elmer's glue. I've got some tape. You can use Scotch tape, masking tape, whatever you have on hand. A pair of scissors. What else do I have? I have a hot glue gun, so these are inexpensive. If you can get one of these, they're worth their weight in gold. Having a little hot glue gun, just don't burn yourself. And I'm not going to use anything else from my studio that you won't have. I'm going to try to use things that that you would probably could get within reason. Okay? All right. So that's it. You're going to be asking us questions. We're going to be giving you more information, but this should get you started. All right. Thank you.